Good evening, good evening, good evening, and a great evening this afternoon. It is a beautiful evening. Misty raining outside, but hey, it's a good day. It's a good day. So I want to say hello to everybody out there, and I'm going to welcome you to the Houston Wall Street Movement podcast this afternoon. I have some great information lined up for you. Going to give you a preview, an overview of where we are and where we're going and how we're going to get there. We've got a blueprint and a game plan in place to get there. So join us as we go through this afternoon's presentation. Let me go ahead and do my scripture for today. It's coming from Philippians 3:13 through 14. But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forward to the mark that lies ahead. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. Philippians 3:13 and 14. See, one of the main keys to overcoming disappointments in our life, learning to let go of the past. You let go of the past by choosing to forgive those who have hurt or wronged you, by believing that God will restore you to anything that was taken, which you receive Christ's forgiveness. You own your life. You are released from the pressure to make up for the past mistake or failure. You begin to experience the bright future God has in store for you. Don't let the regrets of yesterday destroy your hopes of tomorrow. No matter what happens in the past, God is a God of restoration, and He has restored what the enemy has stolen from you. Accept God's mercy and forgiveness today and look forward to the wonderful plan of His future. Father God, we come to you this afternoon to ask you, Lord, to be with us as we go through this learning process. We're being empowered financially, Lord. We're talking about finance and we're praying about finance. And we ask you to be in the midst of our financial training to empower us, uplift us, and give us the right path to go and help us to make a decision, not based on anything, but based on what you will hear tonight and where God is taking you. Amen, amen, and amen. All right. I am excited. And I'm so excited. Prayer does something regardless of what it's for, when, just anytime. That's why prayer is a key component in my life, just like the things that we're going to talk about tonight. I have my 5 points. Let me just get them out of the way. Learn from experience, number one. That includes positive and negative experience. Let suffering and mistakes become your teacher. Remember that it takes a teacher. Mistakes teach you about things that don't work so you can discover what does work. Number two, develop a mind. Develop your mind. Learning doesn't end at 17 or 18 or 25 or whatever age you stop going to school. Wise people are lifelong learners. Keep an open mind to new information and stay teachable. Number three, care for your body. You know that is important, and stay healthy. Eat well, get enough sleep, and exercise. Keep your body clean from any debris. Avoid harmful habits like smoking and drinking and alcohol and drugs. Four, care for your spirit. Your inner self needs inner loving care too. Feed your spirit or mind or soul or whatever you prefer to call it with meditation or prayer. Exercise it with great service to others. Rest in it with quiet contemplation and time spent watching the clouds go by. Number five, know yourself and what you can become. Follow the interests and passions. Explore, develop your talents. Knowing yourself also means acknowledging and accepting your limitations. If you don't enjoy hockey, you're not going to enjoy, be very good at it. That's an example. All right, all right. I want to thank everybody for getting on tonight. Comment lines open. So if you have any comments or anything, go ahead, shoot them right through. I know it's the afternoon. I'm trying the afternoons now a little bit more. I think I have more people that can tune in, but that's okay. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and where you're calling from, now's the time. Go right ahead before I get into what I want to share with you in the presentation. Okay? The comment lines are open. All right. Moving right along. I believe in a time constraint. I believe in starting on time. So we're going to jump right in because I'm excited about what I have to show you today. We're going to jump right in and I'm going to present. Okay, whoops. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. And I'm going to, hey, I'm already there. Good deal. All right. Let me kill this. And that way to unblock the screen there. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Enlarge the screen. Now I can see good. Okay. All right. My name is Edward Townsend. I'm founder and CEO of Wealth Creator LLC and Houston Wall Street Movement. And Future Financial Wall Street Movement Investment Group is moving very, very, very fast. If you notice, we're changing our guidelines. We're changing some of our dates and times. That's because we're growing, people. And to know what really grows for you, you have to plant the seed. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. Planting your seed. Think wisely about what you do. Know that your faith is with you in all walks of life that you do. I'm excited because, years ago, I didn't think I could take my business to the next level because I was controlled and in bondage with the worldly system. Now I'm out of that. I don't do the normal things. I'm in God's system. He's leading me and directing me in the path that He wants me to go. And I am so excited about that. I'm going to share a little bit about that tonight with you. Our objectives tonight. Did I get the right ones here? Hold on just a second. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me back out. This is the wrong one. Sorry about that. Just bear with me for a second. Here with me just a second. Okay. Let me back up here. Remove. Okay, here we go here. Sorry about that. We're here. Now let me get back to it. Slideshow. If everyone can see it, please. Someone acknowledge that they can see it. Just want to make sure that I'm sharing my screen. Last time I did make sure I did the whole presentation and I didn't share the screen. So let me get back to where it was. Okay. Share screens. Okay. Share screen. Okay. All right. All right. We're on the way. Make sure here. Okay. Can everyone see the screen out there today? Right now? So give me a holler out so that I know that it's sharing before I go any farther. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start then. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Welcome to the Houston Wall Street Movement, Wealth Creator, Houston Wall Street Movement. Tonight, the first financial success movement, and we win by execution. And what do I mean by that? We start, we make things happen. Okay. All right, what's the forward here? Millions of Americans are struggling financially. When we speak of financial struggles, we are talking about millions of people with middle-class lifestyles. These people work, but have very little in terms of wealth and assets to show for it. If they stop working for any reason within a few months, they would find themselves in the middle of a financial disaster. Most of those people are employees for companies that no longer view them as importantly as companies did in the past. That's the issue. The employees in financial markets in America has changed drastically in recent years. Downsizing, 401k losses, benefit erosion, and many other changes have put millions of America in stressful financial situations. And they're talking about even more today, talking about inflation, the debt ceiling, and all of the things. But if you read between the lines, you'll see that it'll only affect the working class people and the hard working people. The working class people and the hard working people is the one that's going to be suffering from all that our system and our leaders in America is doing to us. It affects us, but it never goes to the higher level. It never affects up high. It always affects low. Why? Because we fund all of the wealthy people's gimmicks and schemes and usury that they're involved in. So I'm saying harsh words because it's a harsh reality, and it's time out for us suffering the things that we didn't do. So Houston Wall Street Movement was created to provide strategies and knowledge of these Americans to navigate the way to financial success. Houston Wall Street Movement is the empowerment business. We are in the empowerment business. We empower our partners through education and financial strategies. One of the great things about money and wealth that it does not go away. It simply changes hands. Typically, Americans are losing up to 30% of their income in taxes and 20% of their income in interest on debt. So I'm going to arm you with the proper knowledge. Americans can learn to minimize their taxes, eliminate their debt, and increase their net earnings in their households. Our goal is to empower middle-class Americans to shift income and wealth lost to debt, taxes, and corporate abuse back to their own household and wallets. Congratulations on taking this initial step to watch us and listen to what we have to say as we educate and empower ourselves and you to financial success. I have to say this disclaimer here for the next section. The information is not offered to sell or solicit any offer to buy shares or any securities. The information presented here is for educational purpose only. It is not intended to be investment advice. The information is meant to be accurate as possible, although we disclaim any implied warranty or presentation about this accurate completeness and appropriateness for any particular purpose. Not part of the information contained in this, no part of this information contained in or any other part of the manual or seminar or reproductive webinar copies transmitted in any form by any means, electronic, mechanical, including recorded and photocopy. this receiver system. Without prior written permission from Wealth Creator LLC, Houston Wall Street Movement LLC, you assume full responsibility for using this information, and you understand and agree that Wealth Creator LLC and Houston Wall Street Movement LLC is neither responsible nor liable for any claim, loss, or damage resulting from its use. All right, got the housework out of the way. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening. I am E.W. Townsend, financial business consultant with a phenomenal organization, Houston Financial Wall Street Movement LLC. We are agents of change in fighting poverty and helping people create wealth. Change in breaking that relationship with a thing called debt. Change in decreasing the 90% ratio that are working for today's 10% wealthy cycle. Pioneers to increase the 3% of the 10% of wealth that is passed on from one generation to the next. Change in teaching you how to embrace financial freedom. Got to forget about the previous years and training and teaching that you did and haven't acquired any wealth. Now it's time to change the teaching to how to embrace financial freedom. You're not aware. Are you not aware that 100 years ago, everyone was self-employed? In fact, the ratio is quite lopsided. Would you agree? There's over $12 trillion worth of debt in the U.S. Revolving credit card debt of over $35,000 for an individual couple, $76,000. Attorneys, $225,000. Physician, $350,000. In addition to the necessities of life. That's not America's debt ceiling. That's us, the working class people and the have-nots. Those are the things that we're involved. Before you leave tonight, your prayer shall be answered. See, wealth creation, let's talk about the concept. What most Americans have two major financial goals or needs. Number A, income to maintain a comfortable lifestyle for their families during their working years, which 90% of American people get them from wages. B, assets that wealth provide income producing retirement years, business, stock funds, real estate, 401ks, 401ps, and private investment group. Example, replace $50,000 annual income with you would need $600,000 in assets, earning you 8% annually, and you will be $2,000 short of a $50,000 salary, which it produces $48,000. We have a lot more that we show people about investment. The number one investment that I push and I talk about and I teach mostly about is income producing asset. So let's look at the American paradox, where they are, what their problems are, how they're stuck in different situations. The Department of Health and Human Services report, in America, the wealthiest country in the world, only 4% of the people retire with an adequate retirement or build enough wealth to be financially free. Now, this is the stigma that's on the working class people and the have-nots. If you think about some of the videos that I did in the past, I showed you from the president, from the House, all the way down to the Senate, and everybody else, their salaries has a built-in retirement plan already in place. But we have to worry about our retirement. These are the things that we're teaching the people to get away from what's holding you back. Okay? So the two traditional strategies to building wealth. Number one, invest in traditional investment products. Live on an annual return. Most Americans can invest enough money monthly to build a desired assets in a reasonable time frame. Example, $417,000 invested monthly for 20 years with 8% annual rate of return is only $245,000. That's not wealth. Number two, build a business that becomes your asset, income producing asset. Live on the income or sell the business and invest the money within other income producing assets. Okay, most people can't build traditional business because their jobs control their time. They don't have access to startup capital. Two factors. Something else is holding all of your time. You can't build wealth, and you can't get hands-on to enough cash flow or capital to start your business. We can help you solve all of those problems here at Houston Wall Street Movement. We can help. Financial obstacle for 90% of the American working class people. 90%. It goes back to when I was telling you about 90% of the American people is working for the 10% wealthy sector. Wow. See, education and degrees are subject specific. Most Americans are trained in several subjects but lack financial training. The lack of financial education causes people to have poor financial plan, limited income, high taxes, and burdensome debt. We help Americans acquire the right financial education so that you can build wealth without any hindrance. Income. Most Americans need more income, but cannot get significant increases because they have linear pay systems, jobs, and self-employed labor. They get paid only on their personal efforts. The wealthy people have leverage pay system businesses that they get paid on the efforts of many other people. That's that leveraging. We help Americans to leverage their own people. We help Americans leverage other people's time, labor, money, education. And we do that, and everyone wins, not for our interest only. Taxes. Americans lose up to 30% in each paycheck due to taxes. This tax burden causes Americans to have a cash flow problem. Cash flow problem. We educate Americans on potential deductions and record keeping, which minimize taxes and increase cash flow. Now let's talk about debt. Americans' cash flow problem has caused them to get into debt. My favorite one I always tell you about is if you make $40,000, they take out $14,000 in taxes, and you're living off of $26,000 from that $40,000. Now, when you get your tax return, you get a third or less back. Okay, so you can't recoup what's been lost unless you have a business and you have some forms of tax deductions. So if you bought a car that's worth $45,000, your income would be based off the $40,000 you earn, not what you take home. So your debt and what you purchase would be based on $26,000, which you can't pay out of $40,000 when you spent over half of your income into your household. So it costs you what? To get in debt. So we have all types of forms of things that the system and the worldly system pushes in on the American working class people to cause them to get more in debt. A typical household spends about 20% of their income, about $600 to $1,000 monthly on interest. Interest rob you in two ways. We lose money, we spend in interest, and all future earnings of that money. The household that spends about $7,200 yearly on interest loses considerable wealth. $7,200 if you invested just at 9% for 30 years, that's $1,089,000. Reverse this cycle. Get debt free, and you can invest the money instead of giving it to your creditors. We work with you on that. Investments. Americans invest too little money, and the rate of return on too little small amounts of money to build significant wealth. It's not going to happen. Our system employs people to overcome these obstacles, increase their investment, and return on investment. Knowledge and strategies are key to success. How much should you invest? To build enough assets to retire, we must build an asset valued at least 12 times our desired annual salary. Example, $50,000 annually. Income times 12 is $600,000. If you invest that in traditional marketing systems, 8%, that's $48,000 annually. But let me show you where you should be controlling your money. We'll go to first and the last. $400 monthly investment at 10 years at 6%, that's $65,000. At 20%, at 20 years, that at 6%, that $400 would be $184,816. Now, if you did a higher rate, which the rule of 72 teaches us, we'll train on that at another date and time. If you got 9%, that's 77 in 10 years. And if you did 20 years, that's $267,000. Still missed our goal of building wealth, $1 million plus. So let's go to the bottom where it say 2,000. So if you did it for 10 years at 6%, you have 327,700, a little better. And 20 years at 6%, you have 924, even better. Now, if we did that at 9% for 10 years, would be 387,000 instead of 327. And if you did the over 20 year time, you have $1,335,000. So you can actually see your way to wealth. So the conclusion, most people must greatly increase their money investment. That's what we're all about. We're about investing in income producing assets that's going to give us a bigger and better return on our money so that we can attain wealth as well. Okay. Under the limited income, high taxes and debt prohibit most Americans from having enough cash to invest to build adequate retirement or significant wealth in a reasonable time frame. If most people could increase their income by as little as several $100 monthly, maximize their cash flow, and minimize their taxes, and recapture the cash they spent in debt, they would have enough cash to adequately fund their investment goals. Our strategy makes this attainable. Okay, we have 5-step strategy for acquiring cash and assets. Number 1, minimize expenses. Number 2, become a business owner and earn extra income. 3, minimize taxes. 4, eliminate debt. And 5, buy income producing asset. Make that your investment in income producing asset. Step 1, minimize the expenses with smart consumer. Save, you save on your mortgages. We'll show you how to save on your insurance. Improve your credit, lower the home phone bills, electrical, all that stuff. You can minimize some of that within our budgeting plan to show you, which most people do good budgeting, but we're going to show you how to even do more. Number 2, increase your income through business leveraging. So ask yourself this question: who's making money on your money, labor, and education other than you? That's a question you answer for yourself. After number 2, then we'll say who. Who's making money, time? Who's making money, time, labor, and education? Or whose money that you are making any money off of for their time, labor, education, you're being paid on other than your own? No one. Everybody is number 1. They making money on your time, money, and labor. 3, start a business that gives you ability to leverage other people's money, time, labor, and education, and do it with the people in mind. Everybody wins is my motto. Home-based marketing, mortgages, real estate, insurance, advertising, such businesses you can run and own and create yourself. Minimize your taxes. Step 3, understand potential tax deduction and record keeping for business owners. Business owners have hundreds of deductions that are not available to employees. If you're working, you can't get these deductions. Seven common deductions: car and truck expenses, interest, communication services, meals, entertainment, travel, wages, and depreciation. This section does not intend to suggest either Houston Financial Wall Street Movement or any of its associates is a qualified tax advisor or tax preparer. This section is intended to give the American people and potential associates examples of tax deduction and record keeping practices they may be able to utilize in their business. See your tax preparer or your tax professional for tax services and preparation. Eliminate debt. Step 4. Eliminate debt quickly. We have a debt elimination program to help you to eliminate your debt. Yep. We work on the ones that you pay the most and fastest interest into, so we attack them first. There's different types of interest, and we'll teach you that in training. But just say you had a car that worth $16,000, you pay $16,000 on that, and your minimum payment is $425. But we showed you how to get an extra cash flow, $500 in cash flow, to apply toward eliminating your debt. So if you did that with $425, you got $925 months to termination, 18 months, and $16,000 would be paid off. Credit card. Say you had a credit card, $8,400, you're paying $175. Now you have an extra cash in place, $1,100 applied to $8,400 credit card. It's paid off in 8 months. Student loan, $15,000. You're paying $300. You add 14 to that, and you have it paid off in 11 months. Your mortgage, the last and the largest, say it's $145,000. You're paying $1,300. You add that 14 to the $1,300. You got $2,700. You be paid off in 54 months. $145. Excuse me, $1,000 mortgage. So $184,400. If minimum payment. Excuse me. A new payment, not applicable. Month determination, 91 months altogether. So that freed up monthly cash flow you was paying of $2,700. You can apply that toward an income producing asset or invest. And in 10 years, you have $500,000. In 20 years, you have almost $2 million. Apply only $250 monthly. And your formula eliminates all debts. It's just take from 91 to 107 months to pay off. Step number 5, invest extra cash flow to build income producing assets. My favorite. You can also do the traditional ones if you like: mutual funds, real estate, retirement, stocks, and bonds, because you now have enough money to invest into those products that give you and greater income of building wealth in that system. You have more money to put in. Been entrapped and in bondage and control over small amounts going in, and it's not enough to build wealth. Building a business is the best way to build assets and generate income. So my advice: surround yourself with people who get this information, know this information, want this information. Surround yourself with people who get it, of people of like-mindedness, and build wealth. Why business and why now? Out of 320 million people in America, 95% of them are financially stressed out. 320 million people, 95% of them are financially stressed out. Let's talk about that. How to remove them to action. They ask the worldly systems of questions of this sort. What is the product? The worldly system of fear is what we're getting. And we use our system of income producing assets to help them to overcome that fear. What do? We help you to come out of the worldly system that's got you entrapped in using doubt in everything that come your way. We help people on their journey to building wealth by giving them hope and faith in themselves. How do you make money? The worldly system uses skepticism to keep you from learning how to make money. We make money by helping other people build wealth. Just that simple. We raise the awareness that business ownership has a solution using smart cash flow system and the mind transformation. The benefits of business ownership. Everybody needs a plan B. Your plan B from your job could be a home-based business. Pay raise with the W-4. We'll show you how to do that. Monthly residual income to infinity. There's no ending to how much money you can make. You can make as much as you want to without any systems to hold you back, take from you, or use you. Weekly sign-up commissions of 25 to 100%. Weekly payout, unlimited amounts, no certain amount. Everybody moves at their own pace, their own time, but they can be successful. We have a fit-all program. No man left behind, like the military say. Tax breaks and debt elimination we have. So 1,000 of stores and million of products in our own personal shopping mall. Travel, skinny, coffee, health product, and much more. Free training and support, education, wealth training, conference calls, webinars, retirement strategies, more income security. We also have products with resale value. With resale, that's another income producing asset. We're giving you products that you can resell, set your own price. Not only in the United States, these products can be sold globally. Another form of income producing asset. Our enrollment fee, only $35 to get started. And we slashed that to $15 for the rest of this year. How about that? Up to $12,200. Let me tell you a little bit about our system there. $15, anybody that has $15 can start business. Anybody that has $12,200 can start in business. Now let me explain why there's a difference in that. $15, your surrounding people that you know can afford $15. A person that's $12,200 has the same group of people in their environments. So if they went to $12,200, believe me, they have others that could join them in $2,000 for $12,200. We showed ordinary people, the business owners and the have-nots, the working class people and the have-nots, how to start at a small amount and still go to 12,200. So everybody wins. Okay, use our business tools. We have brochures, Uncle Sam brochures. We do video presentation. We show you how to get your personal business card, manual record keeping, booklet, mobile phone, text blast. All of these tools that we have, you'll be able to use them to promote your business. See, personal journal, calendar. If it's empty, you're out of business. Learn the power of business ownership is what we're all about. And we're here to teach you to do the same. See, wealth is our goal. Creation is done by us. And we start doing that today. Our debt to wealth empowerment for Americans to create wealth. Wealth is assets that produce income. Business, stocks, bond, real estate, and private investment groups. So here at Bruce from Wall Street Movement, highlights that we are showing you is an educational and a marketing company. We educate and help companies that's already started or individuals starting fresh to take their business to another level. The goal is to empower thousands of people by educating them with financial principles, business building, taxes, debt elimination, and investment education. Helping Americans eliminate $1 million of debt. We help thousands of Americans by building income-producing assets. The ultimate blueprint for creating wealth. We have a 12-month game plan. In our first 24 hours in business, find your 2 business partners that want to run with you. 2, remember 2. I'll be talking about the 2 as we go. But once people find out how it's working, what's going on with you, you can't keep them out. But we're talking about 2 to make the wealth building plan and blueprint work for you. Your first 24 hours, find your 2 like-minded partners. In your first 30 days, get your $35 Sharper package. We only require that you have 1 product on auto ship. 90 days into it, you'll be earning around $60K your first 90 days, as long as you follow the game plan. 12 months, earn $112K in your first year in business with us. Follow the game plan. Okay, your first 24 hours are the most important hours in business. So get your 2 club members or partners, develop a personal story. Develop a personal story. Since I've been in business, I've been able to change my W-4 on my job and increase my income into my household. That can be your story. Number 2, start immediately recording your business introduction. 3, make a list of everyone you know and share your story. That is the game plan. Your first 30 days in business, enroll free and become a fast starter. You can get the 1, or 1 can be counted as the first person that you brought in that got their first person. Still 3. Don't think that you have to get a lot of people. We're not about that. We're about building people 1 person at a time to earn and build wealth for their families. Number 2, study the compensation plan. We need to know how we're getting paid. Number 3, start recording your business expenses. Number 4, create momentum for your team and business today. Follow the game plan. Number 1, focus on building financial freedom. That's 90 days into your business. Number 2, build a team of 12 whose memberships you promoted and duplicated it. Okay? Still about 2. That's what you focus on, 2. But in your organization, you would help people in your organization to promote and duplicate getting 2. That's where the 12 come in, and it will rise as you go. But we're building and earning it all the time. There's no stagnant period because we're moving rapidly in a daily and monthly and weekly pattern because we have a game plan. Share your story with everyone you know. In 12 months, your story should have been changed. You can't use the same conversation you used in your first 24 hours. So we want you to get exposed to more people. Number 2, set a goal of 200 team members. Everybody gets 2. It can start with 2, 4, 6, 8. Everyone gets the 2. Don't have to worry about getting a personal 200 people. If you do, you just make more money and build wealth faster. But that's up to you. That's not part of the plan of the business to help you to get to where you need to be. So how do you build a team of 200 members? Constant, consistent action and stay plugged in. Get your two, get your two, get your two, get your two. Everybody in the company gets two in the beginning to be part of the game plan. Compensation plan. We have unlimited weekly upfront commission, unlimited payouts. You can make as much as you like. Unlimited residual income. Residual income can be your wealth. We will show you how to build that. Unlimited company revenue. If you make $100,000, you will get paid $100,000. There's no other way of losing your money there. So in our training, in my training, I started out at 100%. Everybody's doing 100% for themselves, but they don't have their two yet. Once you get your two, you're working on a 50% scale. When they get their two, you're working on a 25% scale. They get their two, you're working at a 12% scale. What I mean by that, I'm spending 100% of my time training myself first, and then I got my two people. I'm helping them to get their two people and get their training, so on and so forth. At 50%, at 25%, at 12. At 12, I'm doing 80% for my team and 20% myself. Still 100%. So we have a step-by-step 100% success system that works. Okay? We have a step-by-step 100. Okay, didn't change. So plug into our system. We have documented qualified experts. Remember, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We have conferences that you can plug into in your team. We have back office training that you have available accessibility to. Webinars, which we are on right now. Cash flow conferences. And we do them local, regional, and national events as well. So remember, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. All right. So I like happy faces about everything that we do. So the details to achieve whatever your financial desires are. Step one, this is me and my team. I'm looking for people to join the club for free and refer two like-minded people to be their business partner in 24 hours. Step two, teach your two to get their 4 like-minded business partners in 24 hours. Step 3, in 4 days or sooner, choose a Smart Shopper membership pack. That's where your mall come in. In the beginning, I talked about your personal mall, right? So it's personalized to you. Step 1, 2, and 3. Step 4 said, teach your 4 like-minded business partners to complete step 3. To get their free shopping. So we use these tools to promote our business. We have a 3-minute sizzle call. This is the number, you get it. And we'll provide the other links that you can use throughout the business once you become a board. Money really doesn't grow on trees, but cash flow happiness does. Are you cash flow happy today? If you join this system that we have here, cash flow will no longer be a problem. It will be something that makes you happy. All right? Join the movement. It is giving individuals a real formula for financial success. Why not do what you love by taking advantage of additional cash flow? Dance to the music, the beat of your own cash flow. Okay. All right, so increase your cash flow today. Strategize and grow rich. You versus you will always be your biggest fight. Don't fight yourself about making decisions. You're really fighting with the enemy in fear, doubt, and skepticism. All means the same. There to stop you from making a decision that best fits you and what you desire to be or become. So get out of your own way. If you're fighting with yourself, get out of your own way. Follow the instruction guide to create a minimum of $50,000 in monthly residual income in 60 days. We win by execution. Financially, I'm going to win. Credit-wise, I'm going to win. Mentally, I'm going to win. Emotionally, I'm going to win. Physically, I'm going to win. Family-wise, I'm going to win. With love, I'm going to win. In my life, I'm going to win. I'm claiming it all. You're going to win at all costs, what it says. I'm here to help you. Remember, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You can contact me at wealthcreatorchange.net. You can also go to the website and join for free, clubbismarck.com/, and click on that and say for free consultant. Or you can call me at any one of my numbers, or you can email me. And remember, read for yourself, Ephesians 4:32. So changing our economy, creating our own economy is where we're headed. We are a group of like-minded individuals who is using our buying power to create generational residual income. We'll learn more and get more into that as we go along. Take a mental inventory of yourself today. At any given second, what are you thinking about? Do you see a pattern? When you do a mental inventory, it's as if you brush the fur of your dog. The same applies to your mind. Brush it with open, new, and ideas. Remember, that's 320 million million people in America. How many like-minded people do you know? What are you thinking about? Get back to the person that invited you to get on this call and get started today. So always victory, and I'll see everybody at the top. Signing out from the presentation. Okay, and going back. Excuse me. All right. Any comments? The comment lines are open. I thank everyone for getting on. Let me get the comment. Any comments? Any questions? I'm here to answer your questions. Hey, let's have a report. A little long there, but hey, I know the information was worth it, and I hope everybody takes it and apply it and start a business. Join the Houston Wall Street movement with us. It's free. We will show you how to earn as much money you want to and don't take a lot of money out of your pocket. We also have a program that you can go all the way up to $12,200 at $200 level. Build yourself and your team to that for just $15 one time. I know that'll sound amazing, but spend $15 one time and build wealth. It's happening. So we're looking forward to you joining us in our journey here for the rest of this year. $15 to get started all year. You can sign up first for free. Get your website, go in and see how everything is flowing, how you can make money, see the comp plan, and go from there. All right? So always victory. And I thank everyone for getting on tonight. Always victory. And I'll see everybody at the top. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you. Until Friday. Friday is Financial Friday. We'll be right back here, the same station, with more great information. But remember that we're building and we are growing. Every week, there's something going to be different about what we do and what we're talking about, because we're trying to get everyone on the same page. See, we're a group of like-minded people. Remember, I always talk about that unity. So we built a way to unify those groups of people. Numbers are wealth. We don't use numbers against people. We use numbers to help you to build wealth. We'll explain more in our training as we go along. So I appreciate everybody getting on, and I will be right back here on Friday.